my talk is on keratoprosthesis, the very last option. I do not have any financial interest in any of the type of keratoprosthesis. Since 1789, almost more than 200 years, the history of K-pros is riddled with failures and surgical complications. However, a set of K-pro recently is having very good success in past 2 decades, and they are routinely used by some of the surgeon in extreme corneal condition. As Dr. Quresh said, if we have wet, good ocular surface, we have to consider for Boston K-Pro 1 and recently Oro K-Pro, or Alpha Core, it is a costly device. Or if you have a, like with dry, bad ocular surface or bad lids, we have to consider for MOOKP, modified osteoodontokeratoprosthesis, Pintucci, and now modified as CMP prosthesis and Boston type 2. This is a patient, 51 years male, 6-time failed graft with trab, only eye, and PR is accurate and IOP is normal. So what do we do next? The answer is Boston type 1. If you see that over 6 years, this patient is enjoying 624 vision and he is doing his job in a railway hospital in Kolkata. This is very good prognostic cases. But this is another type cause. You see the amount of vascularization, 360-degree deep vascularization, corneal scar, and there is a poor chance of graft survival. And this is also a good prognostic case, type 2. Then there is a group of cases where the patient is aniridia, chemical burn, blinding VKC, vernal keratoconjunctivitis, thermal burn, blast injuries, everything, where we have to give guarded prognosis, especially with Boston type 1. These are other group of cases that Quresh is telling that autoimmune group of cases like this is Stevens-Johnson syndrome, and Stevens-Johnson syndrome, if the surface is wet, still we can do type 1, but you have to be very aggressive to maintain that surface. And this is another group of patients like mucous membrane pemphigoid, where again autoimmune disorder, we can do the surgery and the patient could see. These are all extreme cases, and mind that these patients are one-eyed patients. But what about these cases? We see a lot of these cases in India with surface keratinization. There the answer is, as I said earlier, they need different, not Boston type 1. If you do Boston type 1, you see that we didn't have knowledge 7-8 years back. I did this and see the amount of keratinization happened is a matter of 1 year, and that patient landed into the microbial keratitis. So the more chances of retention failure in this group of cases. So in this group of cases, modified osteodontokeratoprosthesis, or the canine tooth has been selected, and there are multiple stages and surgery. You need multidisciplinary approach on it. These are the photographs. There are only few surgeons, probably the 3 surgeons in India they are using. This is courtesy Srinivas K. Rao from Chennai. This is in stage 1. Then you have to go for stage 2. You have to give a gap. Then after the stage 2, the patient, these are the safer procedure with dry ocular surface. And these are the some photographs given by Srinivas. And here this Shankar Nethralaya data, they are doing a wonderful job of doing modified OOKP. Recently, Geeta has shared her data. You see that the keratoprosthesis, the patient maintained good vision and retained this vision after a follow-up of 44 months. But complications are also there. Recently, they are worried about lamellar resorption after 7-8 years. So they are again redoing some of the procedures. Among these, the complication in MOOKP is the vitritis is the most common complication. Other like RPM is much less, which is happened in Boston type 1. But Pintucci, as Quresh was saying, it is also biointegrated 2-stage surgery and similar to MOOKP, but you don't need a multidisciplinary approach here. They have also modified it as because Pintucci original is not available. It is called CMP or Chauhan Muscati Pintucci keratosis prosthesis, they are integrating it, and also the results are coming nicely. So these are the photographs shared by Dr. Quresh, and this patient is doing fine over the year 5 years. He has also published the data, and you see that 77 had 1 meter or better vision. We say that patient, you will get only ambulatory vision. We don't claim that you will get 6/6 vision. These are given my friend James Shodosh from Boston. These are also difficult, but this is single stage surgery. Optical cylinder actually protrude through the lid, or you have to do a permanent tarsorrhaphy. And this patient, in extreme cases, they are doing well in some of these cases. So I will be talking about the Boston K-Pro. This is, you see that in 2002, only 50 were implanted all over the world, and you see the 2014 figure, more than 9,000. This 2015, it will be like 2,000, more than 10,000 Boston K-Pro. So it has a long track. And why it is so popular? It is a one-step surgery, simpler, faster. Any keratoplasty surgeon can do it, and visual improvement is dramatic, usually on the next day, and it is least costly in our, actually we get in a subsidized rate from Boston. Oro K-Pro is equal to Boston 1. It is actually technology, it's transferred from the Boston to Oro Lab. People, initial problem was there, but now it is going good. So Oro K-Pro from mid-2011, steady supply across the country to the institute and individual surgeons. The cost of the Oro K-Pro is actually fit to our pocket, like it is $100 per Oro K-Pro, an easy supply line. So there are two types, like aphakic and pseudophakic, but Oro K-Pro, we do not get the pediatric type, that is 7 millimeter backplate with 8 holes. If you see the surgical part, is this assembly is only the tricky part of this, either of the two, the Boston and Oro K-Pro. Boston K-Pro is more elegant, they are supplying a nice packet, and you have a gum sticker so you can fit the thing. And but both the things are similar. So you need a central 3 millimeter hole, overall a 9 millimeter diameter graft. Then you have to put in the different plates. Then a titanium ring. That is the most crucial step. You have to put a titanium ring, and when you push with a pusher, we call it pusher, you hear a distinct audible sign. We feel happy at that point that your assembly is perfect. So after that, it is just like your regular keratoprosthesis surgery, a regular penetrating keratoplasty surgery. But sometimes we need to do lot of addition of surgery with this, like crystalline lens management, IOL removal, anterior vitrectomy, iris management. Again, glaucoma drainage device we have to add in. Sometimes we have to do lateral tarsorrhaphy in the same sitting. This was my first case in 2009 in March. She enjoying good vision till November. She was old lady, and she was happy with her vision of 6/24 till her last day. And this is my recent patient done about 10 days back. You see that in the right eye, this is a straight patient, right eye 5 times failed graft, PK. And his only option, left eye has a huge corneal thickness. I cannot do a DSEK in this case, in the left eye, so they asked also, whatever you do in the right eye. Don't touch the left eye, because left eye is still having 160 vision. So I tried in the left eye. This is a pediatric patient, 13 years male, and the patient has 6/18 vision on the very next day. But Oro Lab, I have initial experience as a bad. Initial euphoria was there. You see the patient, once they see, they used to lose in the follow-up. You see the gap is appearing. No. But patient's happy because optic cylinder is clear, and they do not have much. They have 6/12 vision. And what's this gap? These are danger sign of Boston K-Pro 1. And you see that after 3 months, he came with this picture. Again, lost in follow-up. Every month, first year, we used to follow up this patient, and he came with us this. This is the ugly side of Boston K-Pro. But on the other hand, there is another patient who is doing good, 5 years plus, 6/9 and 6 vision, and doing excellent with this. I implanted about 2010. So there are reports that there is a combined report from American Academy of Ophthalmology regarding this thing. And you see that they have compiled all the data and said that K-Pro retention rate, Boston K-Pro 1 retention rate is 65 to 100%, RPM 1 to 65, one of the most important complication, but it is not so serious. But glaucoma is a serious complication between 2.4 to 64%. Other complication, it happens like endophthalmitis, microbial keratitis, sterile vitritis, etc. So learning process is going on. So this is my experience that in last 6 years, I learned so many terminology. I need to understand in each meaning of each. We do not understand each point also. I do not know how to take tension of a K-Pro patient. In fact, nobody knows. So complications are there. So you have to tackle this complication. The glaucoma is the most serious threat for us. Unknowingly patient, though the K-Pro remains very good, excellent. You see that dead white optic nerve. And these are the dreadful complications. Sometimes they lose the follow-up. The fungus grows on contact lens and you lose the patient, also the endophthalmitis, and difficult to manage this case by the vitreoretinal surgeon also. So retention rate in Boston K-Pro 1 is 77% in my hand, and Oro K-Pro is almost similar, like 71%. But if you see that this is little audit for us, you see that as because it is $100 and easy supply line, Oro K-Pro supplied between 2011 to 2015 close to 1,000. But whereas Boston K-Pro since 2008, only 312 has been supplied to India. So little audit, we have to be wiser in selecting our cases. So like, this is one of my favorite slide. I said that like marriage, Boston K-Pro is relatively very easy. You do the marriage, you do the surgery. But selecting partner, case selection, is little bigger role. But keeping the honeymooning period is longer is the biggest challenge. Otherwise, you will see every day there will be a lot of patients. Thank you very much for your patience hearing.